It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Jones again on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. To throw is Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation. But I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Got a man. It's Tunyon. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Rondale Moore, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Flushed out right. And right away, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Justin Jones there on the stop.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Rondale Moore. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Chris Barnes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Rodgers going to throw. Touchdown, Packers. Packers. Romeo Doubs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, 25 yards to the house. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them. So I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On play action, Fields. He's going to go deep for Beasley. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
From the 29, Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers have got it on cruise control. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Fields on 1st down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. Caught by Montgomery. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. Touchdown, Bears! Byron Pringle from 8 yards out. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Santos with the extra point, and that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's get off the field, G. Let's get off the field, G. Check 59.
Up the middle, Jones. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Rodgers now on 1st down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery. 74 yards. And the Bears come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Jones. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 84 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. A run with Jones on 1st down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. 2nd down coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Now Rodgers. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Let's go, let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Come on.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. Touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Off play action, Fields. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I'm glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Touchdown, Chicago! Byron Pringle with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA. Tunyon. And he is going to lose yardage here. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
In today's
lost yardage. Going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd down and 12. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because
next Pringle, and he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Eluding the pressure right. And he finds Montgomery complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Intercepted.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Trying to run it in with Montgomery. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the drive for 2. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A gain of 3, second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all